Una sa ating mga balita, isa-isang inilatag kahapon ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte ang mga magiging aksyon ng kanyang administrasyon para mabigyan ng isang maunlad, maayos at mapayapang pamumuhay ang mga Pilipino. Una na rito ay ang pagkakaroon ng unilateral ceasefire sa grupong CPP, NPA, NDF at peace talks sa iba pang rebeldeng grupo. Maliban rito, naging highlight rin ng SONA ng Pangulo ay ang pagbibigay ng mabilis na serbisyo ng gobyerno sa ating mga kababayan. Gayon rin ang pagiging bukas ng pamahalaan sa mga sumbong laban sa katiwalian. May report si Rocky Ignacio.
Iba ang kauna-unahang State of the Nation address ng ika-16 na Pangulo ng Bansa, Rodrigo Duterte. Mula sa tradisyonal na pagsalubong, pinangasawaan ng Batikan Direktor na si Brillante Mendoza ang para sa pagbabago. Naging simple ang naging pagpasok nito sa plenaryo para sa gagawing ulat sa bayan. Tanging ang alay na awitin ni Freddy Aguilar ang kasabay sa pagpasok sa plenaryo na sumisimbolo sa commitment nito sa sambayan ng Pilipino. Sumentro ang SONA ng ika-16 na Pangulo ng Pilipinas sa mga dapat pagbabago sa bansa sa usapin ng kahirapan, seguridad at kapayapaan. Tapos na anya ang yugto ng sisihan at dapat umusad na ang bansa, pero dapat anya managot ang nagbaliwala sa saligang batas.
We cannot move forward if we allow the past to pull us back. Finger pointing is not the way. That is why I will not waste precious time dwelling on the sins of the past or blaming those who are perceived to be responsible for the mess that we are in and suffering from. Except maybe to extract a lesson or two from its errors, we will not tarry because it is the present that we are concerned with and the future that we should be prepared for. Lest I be misunderstood, let me say clearly that those who betrayed the people's trust shall not go unpunished, and they will have their day in court. And if the evidence warrants, they will have their day of reckoning too.
Nirerespeto pa rin ito ang separation ng pamahalaan at simbahan, pero hindi dapat magkahiwalay ang Panginoon at pamahalaan. Unang pinunto nito ang pagkilos kontra kriminalidad at iligal na droga. Pagtiyak nito hindi siya hihinto hanggat hindi nauubos ang pinakahuling drug lord sa bansa.
During my inauguration last 2016, I said that the fight against criminality and illegal drugs and corruption will be relentless and sustained. I reiterate that commitment today, and that is why I call on the Philippine National Police, the barangay chairman, the mayors and governors, are all those occupying seats of power and authority not to lower their guard. There will be no let-up in this campaign. Double your efforts, triple them if need be. We will not stop until the last drug lord, the last financier, and the last pusher have surrendered or put behind bars. Or below the ground if they so wish. To our police officers and other officials, do your job, and you will have the unwavering support of the Office of the President. I will be with you all the way. Abuse your authority, and there will be a hell to pay. For you will have become worse than criminality itself. I order the National Police Commission to hasten the conduct of investigation and adjudication of administrative cases against police officers involved in criminal activity and illegal activities, and prescribe policies on lifestyle checks for PNP members. In this quest, I will put at stake my honor, my life, and the presidency itself.
Isinulong rin ng Pangulo ang pagtamo ng tunay na kapayapaan sa bansa. Nagdeklara ang Pangulo ng unilateral ceasefire sa CPP-NPA-NDF at umaasa na tutugon rin dito ang rebeldeng komunista.
All of us want peace. Not the peace of the dead, but the peace of the living. We express our willingness and readiness to go to the negotiating table. And yet, we load our guns, fix our sights, pull the trigger. It is both ironic and tragic, and it is endless. While we extol the bravery and heroism of our soldiers, kayo, the rebels, do the same for your members and fighters. What I see instead are the widows and the orphans, and I feel their pain and grief, and no amount of cash assistance or the number of medals can compensate the loss of a human life. Sorrow cuts across every stratum of society. It cuts deeply, and the pain lasts forever. That is why I reach out to you, to all of you today, to our Muslim brothers. Let us end the centuries of mistrust and warfare. To the CPP, NPA-NDF, let us end these decades of ambuscades and skirmishes. We are going nowhere, and it is getting bloodier by the day. To immediately stop violence on the ground, restore peace in the communities, and provide enabling environment conducive to the resumption of the peace talks, I am now announcing a unilateral ceasefire with the CPP, NPA, NDF, effective immediately, and call on our Filipinos in the National Democratic Front and its forces to respond accordingly. Let me make this appeal to you. If we cannot as yet love one another, then in God's name, let us not hate each other too much. So it was said, I say the same to you today.
Habang tinututukan ng peace and order, tuloy rin ang programa kontra kahirapan. Bibigyan ng bagong forma ang 4Ps sa pamamagitan ng pagkakaloob ng rice subsidy sa mahihirap na pamilya. Wala na rin anya dapat ang mahabang pila sa pagkuha ng mga dokumento. At aktibo na ang 8888 na magsisilbing sumbungan ng bayan. Siya anya mismo ang pupunta sa inirereklamo ng tao.
Processing time in issuing permits and licenses shall be reduced to the barest minimum. In my city, it is always 3 days for local governments. That will bind the office of the president down to the last barangay level. 3 days. 3 days. Local government. Business permit, clearances, little, no follow-ups. Bigyan mo ng stop. Be back next week. Tignan mo yung workload. And I will require every department, yung dito sa etas. They must have a logbook. Wag sa computer kay itong ganito na erase yan. Gaya mong date, time, I accept the documents of Rodrigo Duterte. Then you go to your computer. You must have an actuarial projection, sir. Look at the workload. Napakabubo mo naman, kinima. Ilan ang workload ninyo? Tapos, bumalik ka dito August 3. 3 o'clock. Yan, 3 o'clock. Ibigay mo. Ngayon, I will be establishing 8888. Only for dedicated to corruption. Pag may marinig ako sa executive department, even a whisper, hiwalay-hiwalay na tayo. Marami dyan sa gallery, marami dyan walang trabaho, nag-a-apply hanggang ngayon.
Nanatili naman ang posisyon ng pamahalaan na solusyonan sa mapayapang paraan ang usapin sa West Philippine Sea. Nais rin ito na magkaroon ng dekalidad na pagpapalabas ng impormasyon sa public. Isinulong nito ang batas para sa People's Television Network na magiging People's Broadcasting Corporation na maihahalin tulad sa BBC sa London, pati na ang pagkakaroon ng kauna-unahang Muslim channel. Sa bandang huli, hiniling ng Pangulo ang patuloy na pakikiisa ng mga Pilipino para sa tagumpay ng kanyang pamunuan.
To better manage public information, a law should be passed, I'm addressing to Congress, to create the People's Broadcasting Corporation, replacing PTV4, the government-run TV station, which now aims to replicate international government broadcasting networks. Teams from these international news agencies, I'd like to mention that those interested, BBC, are set to visit the country soon to train people from government-run channels to observe, ito ang gusto ko, total pera naman ng tao, to observe editorial independence through innovative programs and intelligence treatment, analysis of reports, as well as the development of national and international significance.
Para sa PTV News, ito si Rocky Ignacio.
Hi! Ako si Ria Fernandez. Mag-subscribe na sa PTV YouTube channel. I-click lang ang subscribe button.